Namaste, beautiful. Welcome to practice in the rain, which just started. I actually had my cameras out there. And I had already started filming and the rain started. And I had to grab my cameras and come in here. So we're going to see what happens. This practice that we are about to go through, I think, is one that can be used for a couple of different purposes. Number one, for a rainy day. But literally, it's this practice that we get into all the different parts of the body, but we don't go super deep into any of the parts of the body. And so it can be done on a rainy day where you don't want to move too much. It can be done in the bodies of maybe newer practitioners or practitioners who have a little bit less mobility in the bodies and they're working toward getting more. And it can also be done as a warm-up and then later a cool-down for different pieces of practices. So something I started doing, and I've only done it one time so far, but I'm making this because I am going to do it more in the future, is that I will make pieces of practices of the more advanced classes so that I can teach those and have them separate, and then when we put it all together, I don't need to stop and teach. So this can be used as a warm-up to then doing one or a few of those pieces and then using it again to cool down after doing those pieces. So hopefully I'm going to post this. Hopefully you can hear over the rain. I'm hoping that this thing does a good job in canceling it out, but I have no idea, so who knows, maybe you're never going to see this. Oh well. I guess I can move it in slightly, huh? Oh, that's good. Alright. So if you have a block and you would like to use the block to begin, we are going to start in Supta Baddha Kanas with block, so reclined butterfly with the block underneath our shoulder blades for the purpose of opening up the hips and the heart right from the get-go. Then we're going to move into some more static yin style a bit, stretching for the hamstrings and for the hips, and then we'll work out the joints a little bit, do some more static stuff for the shoulders and the back, and then we'll move up and we'll get into some sun salutations. We'll kind of add some stuff into our sun salutations to get a little bit more into the back and the shoulders. And then we'll just move twice through a flow. Well, we'll flow through it. We'll do a Vinyasa the first time, and then the second time we'll hold the poses. And it will just include very basic postures, all for the purpose of beginning to open or opening not so deeply. Okay? Alright. This is the first I've seen the rain since I got here. It rained when I was sleeping 2 nights ago, and I'm extremely excited about it, even though it started to rain on my cameras. Alright, let's go ahead and start. So let's recline into our butterfly, taking our block underneath the shoulder blades if you'd like to. Oh wow, that's amazing. I want to keep my eyes open, but I won't close them. Alright, so just taking some time here to find a natural breath. pay attention into yourself, into the room. Let's begin to deepen the breath a little bit. First, just breathing into the belly and out the belly. Doing that 5 times. In the belly and out the belly. Into the belly, out the belly. In the belly, out the belly. Last time, in the belly, out the belly. Now breathe into the belly, and then move it up to the chest, and then out the chest, and out the belly. In the belly, in the chest, out the chest, out the belly. In the belly, in the chest, out the chest, out the belly. In the belly, in the chest, out the chest, out the belly. In the belly, in the chest, out the chest, out the belly. Let's go further, going into the belly, into the chest, into the shoulders, lifting up the shoulders, out the shoulders, out the chest, and out the belly. In the belly, in the chest, in the shoulders, out the shoulders, out the chest, out the belly. In the belly, in the chest, in the shoulders, out the shoulders, out the chest, out the belly. In the belly, in the chest, in the shoulders, out the shoulders, out the chest, out the belly. Last one, in the belly, in the chest, in the shoulders, out the shoulders, out the chest, out the belly. Now let's just take a moment here to connect deeply the mind, the body, and the soul. Maybe commit to not deciding exactly how we're going to use this practice until it gets to the end of the warm-up. And maybe at that point you can decide if you want to do something else to go deeper or if you want to cool down, rather than trying to decide now. And if you have any other intentions that you'd like to set for the class, you may go ahead and take the time to do that now. Amazing. And let's go ahead and remove the block. And we'll lie back down onto the back. Let's take the right knee and hug it into the chest. Let's just circle up the ankle here. So inhaling up, exhaling down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and other directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's circle out the knees now. So taking the hands, bringing them underneath the leg, putting them onto the hamstring. And inhale up and exhale down, pointing the toes or flexing them. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switching directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and let's switch legs. Make sure the camera's not getting wet. And inhale up, exhale down with the ankle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And move the hands onto the hamstring and circling up and down. 2, 3, 4, pointing or flexing the toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and switch legs. Now bringing the right knee back to the chest, hugging it in for a second. You can either be pointing the bottom toe or flexing it, or it's not super important, but I think it's nice to be just aware of what feet are doing. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab onto the foot, or if you know that you need a towel or a strap, you can grab onto that. And then extending the legs straight. And just holding here for about 10 breaths. So if this is the first movement of your day, and also if it's not, then you might notice that you feel a release in the hamstring quite quickly. So every time you feel that there's a release in the hamstring, I'd like for you to go ahead and pull the foot closer down toward the floor. So always trying to have the same amount of stretch here, but as time goes on, then it's going to be, you're going to need to be bringing your foot closer to the floor to be getting that stretch. Breathing into any tension that you might feel in the hamstring or in any part of the body, and breathing it out. One more breath. All right, let's go ahead and release. And switch legs. We can give a little shake to the legs if you want to.
Now let's start with the left knee and hug it into the chest. Pointing or flexing the right feet. Pointing or flexing the left feet as well. Now let's go ahead and straighten the left leg. So maybe we're at about 60-70% of our capacity here, and not of our full capacity, but more of how it feels that we can get to right now. So I don't want it hurting like a lot. The purpose is just to really open up those hamstrings so that then when we start moving, since we're only going through the flow a couple of times, then we already have this extended baseline to work with. We're going to keep our knees so it's about in line with our nipple, our left nipple. Remembering to pull down further as it becomes more accessible to do so. Using the hand if you want on the hamstring. Alright, and let's go ahead and release. I don't think we really need to go out to the side since we started in butterfly. Nah. Alright, so let's go ahead and cross the ankles, bringing the knees toward the chest, and then use your momentum, rocking it up onto hands and knees. And we're going to get into the wrists here. So let's move forward, coming over the hands with the shoulders, and let's hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! All right. And flipping the fingertips so that they're pointing toward the knees, and sitting back onto the heels, allowing the palms to come up off of the floor if you want to. You don't need to. I'm just really trying to find a stretch in the back of the wrist here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, coming back to center. And let's take the hands and let's flip them so that the backs of the hands down for the fingertips can still be pointing toward the knees. And let's sit back again onto the heels. Bring them closer if you'd like. And you can either stay here, or if you want, you can start to use fists and then release them. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And give the wrist a little shake. You can take the hands, interlace the fingers, and circle in one direction. And interlace the fingers the other way and circle in the other direction. All right, let's come back on hands and knees. Starting to get into the back a little bit. What's the string on me? Okay. Let's inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale, arch the spine, looking toward the nose or between the eyes. Exhale, round the spine, looking toward the navel. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. I want you trying to make every one deeper than the one before. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. 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 Let's do two more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. The last one. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. All right. Start getting into the shoulders. So let's inhale, reach the right hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing the right shoulder down to the floor. Inhale, back up, reach the right hand to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, right shoulder to the floor. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, right shoulder to the floor. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, right shoulder to the floor. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, right shoulder comes down to the floor. Let's hold it this time, either holding here, taking our left hand, bringing it overhead to hold here, or taking our left hand, bringing it behind, and holding on to the right hip. Looking up toward the ceiling, if you're taking the third option. Finding the stretch in the inside of the left shoulder and then the outside of the right shoulder. All right, let's take the left hand back to the mat if you took it off. Let's inhale, right hand back up again, and exhale it down. Let's do the other side. Inhale, left hand comes up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Okay. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left shoulder to the mat. Either hold it here, or take the right hand, reach it up overhead, and hold it here. Or take the right hand and hook it underneath the left hip onto the left thigh. And hold it here, looking up if you're in the third variation. One, two, three, four, five. Release the right hand if you had it somewhere else, placing it back onto the mat. Inhale, reach the left hand up, and exhale, bring it back to the mat. All right, there are bugs just crawling all over me. Okay. One of the disadvantages of the rain. All right, let's go ahead and reach the hands out, coming down into our melting heart and our puppy pose. So first bring the chin down, or if you can go all the way to having your chest down at the beginning, go right ahead. And if after you get a little bit of release when you have the chin down, then you can start to bring your chest down. You can be up on the fingertips like I am. You can have your hands on blocks if you want to. You can also just have your hands flat on the mat. All right, beautiful. Let's come on back up to neutral. Let's tuck the toes and push the hips up and back into our first downward dog with the practice, meaning that if we would like, we can go ahead and walk it out Bending the knees, moving the hips, moving the shoulders if you want. Doing whatever feels good in your body at this moment. And let's come back to neutral, come up onto the toes, and beginning to walk one foot in front of the other until you reach the hands. And dropping the heels down, taking a hold of the elbows, allowing the head to drop down toward the floor, and maybe rocking back and forth. Perhaps noticing how what we did in the hamstrings earlier makes this feel a little bit easier at the beginning of practice. Alright, and let's allow the hands to come down to the mat, take a slight bend in the knees, and roll it up standing. Alright, now we're going to move into some sun salutations. So we're going to take the first two standard, so as if we were beginning in a stronger practice, so we'll step back to, what even are all of these things flying around? I haven't even seen these things until now. Anyway, so we'll step back into our chaturanga, first with our right leg and then with our left leg. We'll hold downward dog for 5 breaths. And then once we finish those first 2 rounds, then we'll start to put an arch into our Uttanasana. And then we will take a couple of different variation options in our downward dog. And then we'll move into sun salutation B and or variations, and then we'll go into the flow. All right, so let's take a moment to center here. Bring the big toes together, allowing the heels to be slightly apart. Hands are at heart center. Chin is bowed slightly. And here we go. Let's get into it. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, step the right foot back, left foot to meet it, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Holding for 5 breaths. Finding our alignment here. Making sure our heels are directly behind the toes. Our feet are hip width distance apart. Our hips are up and back. Our shoulders are such that our armpits are looking toward each other. Our hands are about in line with our shoulders. Our pointer fingers are pointing forwards and we're looking up at the navel. Inhale, step the right foot forward, left foot to meet it, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Round 2. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, the right foot to meet it, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Taking our 5 breaths, finding our alignment. Going to allow you to try to do it yourself this time. Just feel it out, feel that you are in proper alignment. Inhale, step the left foot forward, the right foot to meet it, coming into flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll it up to standing, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Round through, let's put an arch when we reach the arms up now. And otherwise, we are coming back into our chaturanga, either by stepping or by jumping or floating, whatever feels best in our bodies at this moment. All right. Inhale, reach the arms up, arch slightly. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, float it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Either staying here or dropping the elbows down and coming into dolphin. Or, if you want to work out your dolphin, you can move your nose down between your hands and then bring it back. 2, if you want to do those. 3, 4, 5. And if you're in dolphin, go ahead and press into the hands, press the palms into the mat to help you to lift the elbows off of the floor. And let's all take an inhale and make our way into our flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, arch slightly. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach the arms up, arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, float it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Staying here, coming into dolphin or working out your dolphin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're on your elbows, go ahead and press into the mat with the elbows up. And let's take an inhale and hop it forward into our flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, slight back bend. Exhale, hands come to heart center. All right, last time like that. Here we go. Inhale, arms up, arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, moving it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Staying here or coming down onto the elbows, coming into dolphin or working out the dolphin. 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're on your elbows, go ahead and press the hands into the mat. Lift the elbows up. Look forward. Take an inhale as we move into our flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Reach it up, slight back bend. Exhale, hands come to heart center. All right, now we're going to move into sun-cell Bs. So same thing that in our downward dog, we can take the dolphin option if we want to. All right, let's inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, head up. Exhale, moving it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Turn the left foot out 45 degrees, step the right foot forward, square the hips. Inhale, bring the arms up into warrior 1. Exhale, place the hands next to the right foot, take the right foot back, coming into chaturanga.
Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Turn the right foot out 45 degrees, step the left foot forward with an inhale, square the hips, bring the arms up to warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands next to the left foot, step the left foot back, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, either staying here or coming into dolphin, or you can work out your dolphin still if you want to. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're in dolphin, press the hands into the mat, lift the elbows up. Everyone look forward. Come up onto the toes and inhale into our flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Round 2. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, moving it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Turning the left foot out 45 degrees, stepping the right foot forward, squaring the hips. Inhale, bring the arms up into warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands next to the right foot, bring the right foot back, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Turn the right foot out 45 degrees, step the left foot forward, square the hips. Inhale, bring the arms up to warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands next to the left foot, step the left foot back, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, taking your variations, staying in downward dog, coming onto the elbows, coming into your dolphin, working out your dolphin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're in dolphin, press the hands into the mat, coming up back into downward dog. And let's look toward the hands, taking an inhale to come into our flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Round 3, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, moving it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Turn the left foot out 45 degrees, square the hips, step the right foot forward. Inhale, bring the arms up to warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands next to the right foot, step the right foot back, coming into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Turn the right foot out 45 degrees, step the left foot forward, square the hips. Inhale, bringing the arms up to warrior one. Exhale, plant the hands next to the left foot, step the left foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Either holding here or coming into dolphin or a dolphin exercise. And holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press the palms into the mat if you are in dolphin, bringing the elbows up off the floor. Taking a look forward and inhale, coming into our flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Namaste. Alright, let's get into our flow. Pretty basic postures here, so it should feel nice and comfortable for most people. I think familiar, that's what we're going for. We want to find that familiarity in this practice, and then if we want to go deeper after we warm up, then we can. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms up, take a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, reach the right foot up. Exhale, knee comes to nose. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring the right foot between the hands. Turn the left foot out 90 degrees. Inhale and exhale into warrior two. Inhale, reach to the right. Exhale, reverse your warrior, keeping the right knee out. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, left hand reaches out into extended side angle. Exhale, coming down into Skandasana on the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale to Skandasana on the left side. Right hand comes down. Inhale, begin to rotate. Exhale, as the right hip comes down toward the floor and the left foot steps back next to the right leg. And then we're working out our wild thing here. Inhaling up to wild thing. Exhale down. 4 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up to wild thing. Stay here. Look down toward the right hand. Begin to lift the left toe off of the mat, or off of the floor. Bring the left knee toward the chest. Step the left foot next to the right hand. Inhale, rotate into revolved high lunge. Exhale here. Inhale, rotate into high lunge, taking the left arm underneath the right, bringing the hands into an eagle position. I'm finding our high lunge with an eagle. Inhale, stand up onto the left foot. Exhale into warrior three. Inhale here, extend a little bit. Exhale down to fallen tree. Inhale back up to warrior three. Exhale, step the right foot down, turn it out. Inhale, exhale into goddess. Inhale, bring the toes in, bring the hands behind the back, and exhale into wide leg forward fold with the hands behind the back. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, rotate, taking the hands into reverse prayer. And exhale over the right foot into pyramid pose. Inhale, place the hands down next to the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left, come down into chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Other side. Inhale, left foot comes up. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left foot comes up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands, turn the right foot out 90 degrees. Inhale, beginning to come up to warrior two. Exhaling to find our warrior two. Inhale, reach to the left. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, brings the left hand down next to the left foot. Inhale, reaches the right arm overhead into extended side angle. Exhale, coming down into Skandasana on the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, Skandasana on the right. Place the left hand down. Inhale, begin to rotate. Exhale, bringing the left hip down toward the mat, stepping the right foot behind, prepping for Wild Thing. Inhale, up to Wild Thing. Exhale, down. Inhale, up to Wild Thing. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more, inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one, inhale, up. Exhale, look down toward the left hand. Begin to bring the right toes off of the mat. Bring the right knee in toward the chest. Step the right foot next to the left hand. Circle up into revolved high lunge. Exhale. Inhale, take the right arm underneath the left. Cross the arms, bringing them into an eagle position. Exhale. Inhale, stand up onto the right foot. Exhale, begin to come into Warrior 3. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come all the way down into Fallen Tree. Inhale, back up to Warrior 3. Exhale, step the left foot behind, turning the toes out. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, coming into Goddess. Inhale, turn the toes in, interlace the fingers behind the back. Exhale, fold forward into wide leg forward fold. Inhale, stand it up, take the hands, bring them into reverse prayer behind the back. Rotate toward the front of the mat and exhale, folding forward over the left leg in our pyramid. Inhale, place the hands next to the left foot. Exhale, step the left foot back to meet the right, coming into Chaturanga. Inhale, the upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. All right. And now we're going to do that again, but we're going to hold everything. All right. So we're still going to work out our three-legged dog to knee to nose, our little tiger things. And then once we stand up, we're going to hold stuff. All right? So here we go. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right foot up. Exhale, right knee to nose. Right foot comes down. Left foot turns out 90 degrees. Inhale, coming up into our Warrior 2. Exhale to find our Warrior 2. We're just going to hold everything for 3 breaths here, just for the purpose of really finding the pose in the body. So making sure that our feet are perpendicular to each other so that we are pressing into the outside of our left foot as much as we are standing onto the ball of our right foot. Our right knee is over our right heel. Our hips are relatively square to the side of the mat, and we're looking over the right hand. All right, inhale, reach to the right. Exhale, reverse, keeping the right knee out, making sure it doesn't fall over the ankle, and holding 1, 2, 3. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, you can take the hand on the inside or the outside of the right foot. Reach the left hand overhead. And finding this nice straight line between our left fingertips and our left foot. Opening up, looking up at the left hand. Pulling back on the left shoulder, but not too much. All right, and let's exhale, coming into our Skandasana. And we can open up and take a bind here, or we can just take the right hand out to the right and take the left hand up. We want to take the bind just for a couple of seconds. 1, 2, 3. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Place the right hand down. Inhale, begin to rotate. Exhale, bring the right hip down toward the mat with the left foot behind. And we're coming up and we're holding our wild thing this time. So inhale up and holding. You can drop the left heel down if you want, finding a little bit more of a back bend there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming up back onto the toe if you were on the heel, looking toward the right hand, lifting the toes off of the floor, bringing the left knee toward the chest, stepping the left foot next to the right foot, finding our placement of our feet, inhaling, coming into revolved high lunge. So we want our heel to be about directly over our toe with the back foot here. And we want to be pulling back on our left hip and forward on the right hip. We can have our hands so that our palms are facing down, or they can be facing out. Let's try and find some energy in the fingers though. And you can look back over the left hand if you want to. Beautiful. And let's take the left hand, left arm, bring it underneath the right, coming into our eagle arms. And let's arch it back in our high lunge. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stand onto the right left foot. And exhale. Coming into our warrior 3, going through warrior 3, all the way down. Let's take the hands out this time. Place the hands next to the left foot. Point the back toes if you want. You can grab a hold of the left ankle if you want, and coming into standing split. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex the right foot again. Inhale, coming back into our warrior 3. This time the arms can be out. Stepping the right foot down, turning the right toes out. Inhaling to stand. Exhaling to find our goddess. And holding goddess for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, turn the toes in. Woo! Interlace the fingers behind the back. Exhale, fold it forward. Bringing the hands down toward the floor. And looking up underneath the body. Coming forward onto the toes. So more weight is in the toes and in the heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back up, standing. Take the hands into reverse prayer behind the back. Find our feet positioning, so our left foot is turned out 45 degrees, our right foot is facing toward the front of the mat. And exhale over the right leg into our pyramid. Looking at the right toes here. And holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the hands, plant them next to the right foot. Step the right foot back and come into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Other side, here we go. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands, turn the right foot out 45 degrees. Inhale, begin to come up into warrior two. Exhale, settle into warrior two. Finding our alignment, making sure the feet are perpendicular to each other, making sure that our left knee is in line with our left heel, at least such that our left knee is not coming forward from our left heel. We are putting attention and weight into the outside of the right foot. Our hips are nice and square to this side, mostly, and we're looking over our left fingertips. Inhale, reach to the left. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Continuing to pull back on the left knee, making sure it doesn't fall over the ankle. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, taking the left hand either in front or in back of the left foot. Inhaling into our extended side angle. Pulling back on the right hip, trying to bring the right hip up toward the ceiling and pulling down with the left hip. Trying to make sure that our left knee stays over our left ankle. We're looking up toward our right hand. 3, 2, 1, and exhale into Skandasana on the left. Staying here, opening up so that our left hand is to the left of our knee, our right hand is reaching up toward the ceiling, or taking a bind here, holding the right wrist with the left hand, and holding 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come through center. Exhale to the right. Place the left hand down. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, left hip comes toward the mat. Right foot steps behind. And inhale up into wild thing. Bring the right heel down if you want to. And holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look down toward the left hand. Begin to lift the right foot off of the mat. Bringing the right knee toward the chest. Step the right foot down. Inhale, begin to rotate into revolved high lunge. Trying to make sure that our heel in the back is over our toes in the back. Trying to make sure our shoulders are pretty square toward the side of our mat. There's lots of energy in our fingers. We can be looking toward the back hand if we want to. All right, let's take the right arm, bring it underneath the left. Cross the arms, bring them into equal position. Let's inhale and arch the back in this high lunge position, continuing to keep that left heel over the left toes. And let's inhale up, stand on the right foot. Exhale, coming through warrior 3, all the way down. Uncrossing the hands, taking the hands down to the mat, pointing the back toe, grabbing hold of the right ankle if you want, and finding our standing split. Pulling ourselves toward the right shin with the chin. Nice and strong in our left leg here. And let's inhale through warrior 3. Step the left foot back, turn the left foot out. Inhale to stand. Exhale to find goddess. Seeing if we can have the toes pointed out even more than we did before. And holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, stand it up, turn the toes in, interlace the fingers behind the back. Exhale, forward fold, taking the hands down toward the mat. And looking up if you want. Coming forward on the toes, more weight in the toes than in the heels. This will help you get your hands toward the ground. And inhale, coming to standing. And take the hands into reverse prayer, finding our feet placement. Right foot 45 degrees, left foot pointing forward. Exhale over the left leg. Yes. And we're almost done with our standing portion. 4, 5. Plant the hands next to the left foot. Step the left foot back into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Alright, so if at this point you would like to move on to something else, knowing that you are nice and warmed up in every part of the body, you may do that. If you're ready to cool it down, you may also do that. So let's just take a moment in our downward dog to decide that. Let's assess the strength of our downward dog and then use what we find from assessing that strength to determine if we are going to move on or if we're going to cool down. All right, do we have our answer? Beautiful. Now, let's go ahead and let's inhale the right foot up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring the right knee to the nose. And bring the right foot out slightly and coming down into a pigeon position. Untucking the back toes. And let's inhale, reach the left foot into the left hand. And exhale, gently pushing the left foot toward the left glutes, rotating the hips so they're relatively square. They're not going to be completely square here. Bring the shoulders square. Taking the right hand if you want to, placing onto the right knee. Nice quad stretch. Yum, yum, yum. Alright, and if you're ready, you can go ahead and release the quad stretch. Hook the left foot into the left elbow. Reach the right hand up. Reach the right fingers back to interlace with the left fingers. And taking our mermaid, looking toward the front. Again, finding a nice stretch in the shoulders. If you want, you can look for a little bit more of a back bend here. I wouldn't super recommend if you have come back to this now after going deeper into the back, then you may take a king pigeon now. But if you just did what we just did without stopping and doing something else, then maybe if you have the mobility in your back, you can take a king pigeon. I'm not going to. Alright. And go ahead and gently release the back foot. Let's rotate to the side of the mat. Let's inhale the arms out and exhale, taking the left hand toward the right knee, taking the right hand down toward the left foot, looking up underneath the right arm, finding a nice side stretch here, taking the left shoulder toward the mat. And inhale, come out. And let's come back into our pigeon position. Take our right foot if we want to and bring it out so our shin is in line with the top of the mat, or you can keep it where it was before. And let's go ahead and fold over the right leg. You can have your hands outstretched if you want. I don't have the space. Since I have to get out of the rain. And just doing my best to relax the body as much as possible here. Let's inhale it up. Tuck the right toes. And reach the right foot up. And bring it down to the mat. And let's go to the other side. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale. The left knee comes to nose. Coming into our pigeon position. Inhale the right foot up. Reaching back to grab hold of the right foot. And gently pressing the right foot down toward the glutes. And take the left hand, placing it onto the left knee if you want to. Try to keep the shoulders pretty square here. Then to relax the tension you might feel in the right quads. Just using the mind to try to relax it up. Alright, let's take the right foot and bring it into the right elbow. Take the left hand, reach back, interlace the fingers, and looking toward the front. It's weird to me that it's still raining because I don't think you can see the sky no, I don't think you can, but I can see the sky, the blue sky. But also there's rain. This is what happened when it started raining. That's why I didn't know it was going to start. Like, I had a weird feeling it might start, but I was like, well, all the sky is blue. And then it started raining on my cameras. Alright. And again, if you want to take King Pigeon, you may. I'm not going to, so let's go ahead and release the
right foot down, rotate, and I'll turn to face you. Then inhale the arms out. And exhale, take the right hand toward the left knee, reaching the left hand overhead toward the right foot. Bring the right shoulder down and looking up underneath the left arm. And let's inhale up. Oh, I was like, what am I doing? I'm fixing the wrong way. Then rotate back, coming into our half pigeon here. So either keeping the left foot where it was or bringing it out so that the shin is parallel to the top of the mat. And then going ahead and folding over. So one of the things that I like about doing mandala style classes, which is what we just did, that we're facing all the directions on the mat, is that we're both getting into all of the parts of the body, but we're kind of surprising the body in that we're getting into different parts at different times on the right leg and the left leg. Right, so like we started on our right warrior twos, but then we started on our left revolved high lunges and high lunges. So sometimes when I think about it logically, then it kind of, to be completely honest, stresses me out. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not doing exactly the same thing. But when I'm just letting my body go through a practice, it usually wants to do mandala style. It likes this instance of doing different things first on different sides, because ultimately we're evening it out. We're still going to do the other side. So the last time I did a full 2-hour advanced class and I filmed all the different parts, and I did it Ashtanga first. And so this time I'm doing it with this first because I want to experience both in myself and also in the practitioners doing it, the difference between this way of kind of surprising the body more. And I also thought it worked really well. We can inhale up now. And tuck the toes, inhale the left foot back up, and exhale it back down. And let's take a little child's pose here. So coming onto the knees and coming onto the feet, taking the hands back toward the feet, and bringing the head toward the mat, and bringing the shoulders down. So the fact that it started raining when I wasn't anticipating that it was going to rain, I checked the weather, not this morning because I hadn't turned my phone on, but I checked it last night, and it didn't say any chance of rain until 11 a.m. And I came out here before 8. And so I thought it was kind of cool that I had the surprise of the rain when I was making this class that is in part about surprising the body and experiencing the benefits of that. Yeah. Alright. So let's go ahead and reach the arms forward.
And do we need to do anything else? No, I think we can just go directly into our... Okay, so let's come onto the belly and then flip onto the back. And let's just take our reclined twist and then take our Shavasana. So bring the right knee into the chest, or you can take both legs, or you can cross them, whichever is your preferred method of reclined twisting. And cross the right knee over to the left. Reaching the right shoulder down to the mat. Ooh, yeah, that feels nice today. Woo! Hi. And inhaling into any tension that might still be in the body. And exhaling it out. Yeah. And back to center. Now taking the right leg down, taking the left knee toward the chest. Now crossing over the left knee to the right side. Bringing the left shoulder down, looking to the left. I'm just coming back to center. I could stare at these leaves, and I have for hours. I was like, all right, I'm teaching a class. I'm not just staring at the leaves. Yeah, goodness. All right, let's go into Shavasana. Finding comfortable with the distance with the feet on the mat. A comfortable distance with the arms on the mat. I'm just going to let you scan and find your Shavasana here. So a nice way to get into your Shavasana and to make sure that you stay there is to count backwards from 27. So count your breaths from 27 down to 1. And when I am just lying here and I'm teaching a class specifically, then that's what I'm doing. So if you do that, then by the time you get to 1, there's a good chance that that's going to be when I guide you out. Alright, so melting into the mat, allowing ourselves the opportunity to relax. And take the next inhale a little bit deeper, calling yourself back to the body. And then begin to find movement in fingers and toes. And extending the movement to the wrists and the ankles. Taking the hands, interlacing the fingers and stretching them up over the head, taking the feet together and stretching in the opposite direction with the hands. Inhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale out everything that no longer serves you. And continuing to keep the eyes closed. Roll over onto the side, using your arm as a pillow underneath your head. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and come up into a seated position, continuing to keep the eyes closed. And take the hands and place them onto the knees or into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Taking a moment to come back to center, come back to the self, come back to connection. If you set an intention for the practice, you may revisit it now, see if your intention was fulfilled or if it's something you would like to take further with you into your day or longer. Let's take the hands around to heart center if they weren't already there. And go ahead and rub the hands together. And then take the energy and place it over the eyes. Open and close the eyes underneath the hands. Close the eyes again. Taking the hands back to heart center. Again, rubbing them together. And taking the energy and placing it over the eyes, over the face, down the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the chest, the belly, the back, the legs, and all the way to the feet. Taking a moment of gratitude, thanking yourself for being here, thanking all of the yogis who came before us for passing this knowledge down to us. Thanking the earth for holding you. Thanking the sky for raining on me, on you too, maybe. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and open the eyes. Thank you so much for being here with me, for trusting me, for allowing me to guide you. With so much love. Namaste.